What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. So Tank Davis did that work tonight. Okay, he got busy. All right, he got busy on Garcia, but the fight was pretty good. After the first few rounds, they was feeling each other out, no homo, and they was, just jabbing and stuff like that. You can see Tank Davis learned a lot from Floyd Mayweather, because his boxing stance is very similar to Floyd Mayweather, and I thought he was doing a good job. He took a couple of hits that he's supposed to not be taking, because Garcia was hanging in there. He hit a lot of, he had more heavy hits. More heavy blows was on, I think, Garcia hitting Tank. So Tank just ate those heavy blows up. You know what I mean? He came in there and he countered every time that he got hit by Garcia. Now, Garcia would have went a full 12 rounds with this guy, if you ask me, because they had to stop the fight. His team stopped at the fight because he couldn't see out of one eye. And that's just part of boxing when you get hit the wrong way. You know, they didn't want him to do the Adrian, Adrian boxing with one eye. But he held his own against Tank Davis. I'm not too impressed with this victory for Tank Davis. All right? I think there's some other guys out there that could give him a challenge. I still think a guy like Shakur Stevenson could beat Tank Davis. I think Tank Davis is a good fighter. He's a good heavy hitter. He's a good, heavy puncher. But he looked a little light coming into this fight. He looked a little more skinnier. He had a little more power to him when I saw him in some other fights. He had more meat on his bones, Now he looked a little more skinny, you know what I mean? And he needs to get some of that protein back into him. I wasn't too impressed with this victory. I think he just got it because he even looked at the Garcia looked at the corner and was like, "You guys stopping the fight?" That's the thing about boxing. You got to be careful about somebody's career. Okay, you don't want somebody to be completely damaged. The eye was messed up, right? So if he kept getting hit in that same eye, that then could have been permanently damaged for good. So you had to stop the fight. It's just like if you bump heads or your head bump and somebody accidentally get hurt, you may have to stop the fight earlier. But if that never happened, if that blow and that one eye was never shut, and those two guys just was going at it, that would have lasted 12 rounds. Because at some point, I believe when it was at the end of the 8th round, it was like 67 to 67. All the judges had it almost dead evenly split. You could say 4 rounds for Tank, 4 rounds for Garcia. Some people think Garcia, because he had more heavy hits, that he actually was winning some rounds. So Tank got the win. I'm impressed with the win, but I'm not impressed how he got it, But nevertheless, a win's a win, right? You can't, boxing is a fight, man. Everybody got a game plan till they get punched in the face. So you can't really dictate how a victory is going to go about. You just got to go in there and take the victory for what it's worth. And that's what I thought Tank Davis did. But I think Tank Davis, I don't know. He didn't impress me too much with this fight. This wasn't really his best display. And it was his hometown in Baltimore, Maryland. I thought he would have came out firing a little more, hitting on more cylinders. And he didn't really do it for me, man. But nevertheless, he got the victory, and I'm impressed with that. Tank Davis, I think this is his 27 KO victory. He is knocking people the hell out. Something that Floyd don't do, or he at least putting stoppage to fights. He's stopping fights. And that's what I want to see. He's going in there, he's giving you the action. So shout out to Tank Davis and Garcia, two warriors putting on a great fight, great night for boxing display. Prince Sports out. Peace.